Hey guys, welcome back to the BulbaSquad. It's me, your host Sam today. So, I decided I wasn't gonna do another video on evolutions because I felt like my last one covered it pretty well. However, I recently saw that singles of evolution have started moving, and I felt that immediately demanded a video because why? Why are singles of evolutions moving? I've seen the holographic Charizard moving for about $200 plus sometimes at this point, raw by the way, and the PSA 9's at over 1,000, as almost at 1,000. I don't think it's over quite yet, so I had to retract my statement. It's hovering around $1,000 for the PSA 9, and so I wanted to try and just show you guys that I don't think the single should be moving quite like that. The reason the box's intrinsic value is good at all because the Mega Evolutions Charizard is meh, and the reverse holographic Charizard is also meh because it's really easy to get a 10. The holographic is impossible to get in 10 because of your print lines. I'm pretty sure we all know about that. That in tandem with the centering really made it hard to get a 9. And I don't remember the exact numbers, but I'm going to have my editor pop it up on screen right here, where it's going to show the PSA grades. And keep in mind, all of these grades are going to be usually the best of the lot. I usually consider 8, 9, and 10 what comes out of a pack. Because yes, you can pull a very fresh PSA 8 out of a pack, whether you want to admit it or not, or believe it or not. And so I want to just explain a little bit more about the singles and how I think you should exactly navigate evolutions, because I've realized right now people are very polarized on how to handle it. Do you either sell because they're going to reprint it, or do you hold because you think it's going to go to $1,000 a box? Spoiler warning, I don't think it'll go to $1,000 this year. If it does, I'll eat my words and I'll be happy because I still got some position in it. So, what I think you should do is you should sell off enough of your inventory that you are at a net zero cost. What I mean by that is, let's say like a case. You purchased a case of Evolutions at $600 a box, sell off two, or not $600 a box, $600 for the case, $100 a box. Sell off two boxes at like $400, you just covered the whole case. Sit on the other four. Which is what I did. I sold roughly half of my inventory. I wish I had stopped a little sooner, but oh well. Hindsight's 2020. You're if it had been reprinted and I sold, I'd be happy. If it kept going up, I was gonna be upset anyway. So there's no real winning. You just gotta choose when you're gonna stop. So back to it with evolutions. I think you should sell half because evolutions is in a weird spot. I can't exactly apply my spider system and system of predicting reprints to it because Evolutions was a base set reprint. It was essentially Pokemon trying to get their hands into the WotC base set money. So in theory, there's no real end for that set. You could always reprint it again, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me because this is a very weird set. I'm not sure how it would work. And so, what that brings me to is let's approach this idea as if there is a reprint coming. I have no evidence that there is or isn't one. This is just a what if scenario. If there is a reprint coming, it's actually based around two ideas on how this reprint would arrive. One, it's if the 25-year anniversary is Shiny Star V. I don't see a reprint coming until like March or May, if that. Because as we all know, Hidden Fates and Champions Path Elite Trainer boxes are still very fresh in the printers. On top of Hidden Fates tins are going to keep getting reprinted, and Champions Path double V boxes are being reprinted. I don't know how long those will stay in the printer, but it's safe to say it's going to stay in there so long because we can't get them on the shelves very easily. Then, we all know about the Sun and Moon reprints that have happened. We got Ultra Prism, and now we've got Unbroken Bonds, for those of you that didn't know. Unbroken Bonds didn't get a reprint. And I anticipate that perhaps Team Up may be on that list. It seems as if they're just going down the line of sets that are very expensive and reprinting them while they're still in rotation. So if we approach this as if Team Up is next up in the printer, which I am fairly confident it is, then that means they have to print Shiny Star V, the 25-year anniversary, because that's the approach, that's the scenario I'm explaining right now. Team Up, Hidden Fates, ETBs, and their tins, Champion's Path ETBs, and the double V boxes. And remember, guys, the ETBs are very resource heavy. I could not see them slip. Oh, not to mention, we got Vivid Voltage coming up, and apparently the printers were falling behind, last I heard, so there may be a little issue in there. Adding all that up, I just cannot see them pumping out an Evolutions reprint until March or May. Again, a reprint is not confirmed. We're just moving as if it is, because it's better to hope, to plan for the worst, and then just be surprised by the best. So, the second scenario is if the 25-year anniversary is not Shiny Star V. If it isn't, all the scenario is exactly the same except for Shiny Star V, obviously. The reason Shiny Star V matters so much is because if that set is the 25-year anniversary, there's just no way they're going to print enough, not in the mess that is 2020. If it isn't, then I could see realistically a small reprint of Evolutions arriving in early 2021. And so because of that, I think it's best to sell off enough of your position to put you at a net zero cost, so that way you have no money caught up and you're in the black. By the way, for those of you that don't know, being in the black means you just made way more than profit. You're super clear. Like these, I get to hold all of this for free at this point, which is really nice. And so that's my opinion on how to handle Evolutions booster boxes. I got sidetracked from the singles I was talking about earlier. Do not purchase the singles. They will not hold their value. I know the PSA 10 holographic Charizard, like this guy, this is the Japanese one. I have no idea where its price is at. It could be over $5,000 right now, just because there are so few of them. Last I checked, it was like a 1 in 37 chance of getting a PSA 10, and that's using on PSA 8s and 9s, which, if you decide to include 7s, it makes your odds even worse. And so, I don't see singles holding their value. I don't think you should go out and try to purchase Evolution singles of any card, because as my editor's about to show you, there's a couple collections, and these are casual people. Like they're not big time investors. They don't buy hundreds of cases and just crack them open. These people just collect Pokemon. Like I know there's one from Facebook of a person who has a bunch of Charizards up, all holographics from Evolution, and she has like a total of 35, because she has 30 in reserve and then 5 on the screen. Then another one's going to pop up that has a couple of Charizards. You'll see all of them are 9, none of them are 10s. And that's just because of how hard it is to grade. Then I think I have one more up that's just going to be a handful of Charizards, but regardless, the fact that your average collector can be sitting on 3 to 7 of them just easily, and that's not even including people who perhaps have purchased them because they enjoyed them, or people that opened up a lot of Evolutions, that can literally be sitting on dozens and dozens of them. I don't think you should be purchasing this card raw in English for $200. I don't think it'll hold its value. The booster boxes, I kind of understand. People want them. It's the best way to get product. And for those of you that don't know, on average, you pull 1 Charizard per case. So if you're opening up a case, you're usually going to be pretty good versus if you buy a bunch of these packs. Don't fully quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. I haven't opened up too much Evolutions, but I do believe it is 1 holographic Charizard per case. And so yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. If you have any Evolutions products, just sell until you're at a net zero. Once you're at that net zero, just hold on to it and you can wait. If you feel like the reprint's going to come, usually a lot of the times your gut feelings can be correct. I've learned that whenever I don't follow my gut feeling, I regret it. Usually you're onto something. So if you think it's going to get a reprint, by all means, go ahead and sell. No one can fault you, because if there is, you're going to be happy. If there isn't, hey, you at least made out with what? If you purchased this at $100, a 400% profit? So, and for singles, please do not buy them. Do not buy them at $200. The holographic Charizards at $200. Yes, the PSA 9 is at $1,000, but if I remember correctly, the math is some ridiculous number. Like 80% of the pack fresh Charizards are gonna be PSA 9s. So there's not gonna be any shortage of them. Combine that with the fact that we got the Unlimited, the Shadowless, and the First Edition. And then we got the base set 2 Charizard, so there's plenty of him to go around. Also Japanese. I just don't think the 9 can hold its value when it's so easy to get and pull. The other singles in the set, again, holographics, they got those print lines I mentioned earlier. I still don't think those will be good ones to purchase, just because I don't think people who are purchasing this product are doing it just to hoard it and try to flip or collect or invest. I think they're buying it because they want to revisit their nostalgia, so they're cracking them, and so a bunch of singles are going to hit the market. Because either these people are going to get them and enjoy it, or they're going to get them and go, oh, this card's $200, and try to sell it. So please do not buy them. If you have like a PSA 9 Charizard, I can't fault you if you sell it $1,000, because again, I don't think it should stay there. I don't think it can be there. But again, I could be wrong. So tell me your thoughts down below in the comments if you guys agree with what I said, or if you have counterpoints. If you have counterpoints, I would love to hear them, because every time you guys bring up a point that I didn't consider, I get to reevaluate my position and I get to grow. Then whatever I learn, I bring back to you guys. So it's a fantastic little circle. So thanks for showing up and staying through the video, and I'll see you guys next time.